Okay. On this workbook, which numbers do we want to see? Do go over? Have questions about? No, we can't do one. Don't have time for that. Two. So I saw a lot of twos and fours. We're trying to see if we're doing 5 or 3. So if you were a 5 or a 3, raise your hand.
Okay.
So 5. Okay, so 2, 4, and 5 will be the ones we do. Right, for number 2, we needed to solve for W. So you could do this one of two ways. Either get rid of the 2L completely by subtracting. And then divide everything by 2 since this was simplified. Get P over 2 minus L equals W. You could have also divided everything by 2 to begin with and then subtracted L. You would have gotten the same answer.
Wait, what? Why didn't you divide it all by 2?
Oh, because 2 divided by 2. Okay.
Okay, so didn't forget the 2, but we did simplify. So if you can simplify, make sure you are. Other questions on that one? Number 3, combine like terms. So we needed to distribute a bunch of times. Be careful with your negatives. We should have negative 12x minus 6 minus 2x plus 6 plus 15x minus 20. If your symbols were not the same, just then you need to change them and mess everything else up.
I'm sorry. Do we keep going or is it?
Yeah. Combine like terms. So we have negative 14x plus 15x is just x. Negative 6 plus 6 is canceled, this minus 100. So x minus 14 should have been the final answer for number 3. Questions on that one? And then number 5. We did 3 and we're supposed to do 4, 5. You guys did X one today. Okay. Number 4, we're supposed to do perimeter. So we need 2 times each of these. Right, remember, because there's not just 2 sides, there's 4 sides, so we need to add up all of the sides. You can either do it like this or do 2y plus this, and then another same thing, so add it 4 times total. 10y minus 10 is going to be our perimeter because we don't know what it equals. We can't continue to solve for y and get answers. So we just leave it like that. Right, and then number 5, if we're trying to solve for b, normally if we have something in the denominator, we multiply that first. We're going to do the same thing here. So that these denominators cancel. 1 times all of this is just going to be 2b minus 8. So now that we've rearranged it, now we can solve for b at 8 both sides. And divide both sides by 6. So 11 halves or 5.5 or the correct.
Whoa. It wouldn't matter if it's all the way around.
So did you have kind of like stop?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alright, other questions on that?
You can keep it there.
Once you are finished writing this down, I'm going to separate testers versus non-testers. Testers, you're gonna finish your tests, then you're gonna come see me for what you need to be working on next. That could be Delta Math, that could be additional practice. Non-testers, you're gonna look at your test to see if you want to retake or not. I'm gonna come around, see if you want to retake. If you want to retake, you can start that process. If you don't want to retake, I'll take your test back. You'll need to come see me to see what you need to do after that. So everyone has something to be working on, whether that's test, retake, additional practice, Delta Math, something. Questions on what we are doing today and tomorrow? We're gonna continue this tomorrow.